number 1 says determine the quotient. The first step when you're dividing is to change them both to improper fractions. So 2 times 7 is 14, plus 4 more is 18. So that one changed to 18/7. And then the second one, 1 times 6 is 6, plus 3 more makes 9. But when you're dividing fractions, you can change it to multiplication if you flip the second one. We can look for like terms, so 9 goes into 18 twice, and 9 goes into 9 one time. 2 times 6 is 12, and 7 times 1 is 7. Then if you want to, you can change it back into a mixed number, because 7 goes into 12 one time, with 5 left over. 1 lap around a dirt track is 1/3 a mile. It takes Bryce 1/9 of an hour to ride 1 lap. What is Bryce's unit rate in miles around the track? So we're going to do miles per hour, which means we start with miles and then divide it by the amount of time. Again, we are going to flip it and multiply, but you only flip the second one. 3 goes into 9 3 times, and 3 goes into 3 one time. So his unit rate is 3 miles per hour. Number 3, Mr. Gingle wants to make a shelf with boards that are 1 1/3 feet long. If he has an 18-foot board, how many pieces can he cut from his big board? So 18 feet split into 1 1/3 foot pieces. We're going to convert 1 1/3 into from a mixed number to an improper fraction. 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1 more makes 4. And then we're going to flip it to multiply. 18 and 4 have a common factor of 2. 3 times 9 is 27. 27 divided by 2 is 13.5, but he can't make a half of a piece, so 13 pieces. The local bakery uses 1.75 cups of flour in each batch of cookies. The bakery used 5.25 cups of flour this morning. How many batches of cookies did the bakery make? So we're going to work backwards by dividing. We can change this to get rid of the decimals by moving them the same number of places. Okay, and 175 can go in 3 times. So you can make 3 batches. If there are 5 dozen cookies in each batch, how many cookies did the bakery make? So each batch has 5 dozen, which means that that's 15 dozen. But to figure out how many cookies that is total, a dozen has 12 in it. So to figure out how many cookies, we take the 15 dozen and multiply it by the 12 cookies that are in a dozen, which is 180 cookies. 5. Jason eats 10 ounces of candy in 5 days. How many pounds does he eat per day? So there's 16 ounces in 1 pound. But let's start by finding out how many ounces he eats per day. So 10 split into 5 days is 2 ounces per day. Then we need to figure out how much that is out of a pound. So we're going to convert it to pounds. Take the 2 and divide it by 16, and that'll tell us that he eats 1/8 of a pound of candy per day. B. How long will it take Jason to eat 1 pound of candy? If he eats 1/8 of a pound per day, then it will take him 8 days to complete a whole pound, because 1/8 times 8 would equal 1.